second big delivery of parts. We're going to go through real quick and see where we got and what's left. Alright, so this is the fuel pump, or not fuel pump, the fuel filter, fuel regulator out of a C5 Corvette. Comes with all the fittings on the end and fittings that adapt to them. Next we have our Willard clutch master cylinder that we got. This you have to upgrade this in order to use the LS clutch. The mass airflow sensor. Everything that I got from the truck and the trunk engine and everything didn't have this, so I had to get one. Hopefully that's the correct one. To check the plug, make sure that works. I don't remember what this is. This is a fuel pump. This is a Walbro 255 fuel pump. Should be more than enough for the power that I'm looking for. It's just pretty much going to be stock right now. This kit comes with everything. Comes with sock, wiring harness, little fuel hose, and connectors. This little guy, this is the map sensor for the back of the LS1 intake. The truck one won't work. It's a different connector style. The truck has 2 connector points on the side. The LS only has 1, so it won't fit into the back on the LS intake. This is a pair of V-band, 1 clamp, 2 flanges. This is for the exhaust. This is a 2.5 inch, so it'll allow me to connect the 2 halves of essentially the Y pipe that I'm going to make, and then to make it easier to disconnect the 2 sides if I ever need to take it off. This is the Dakota Digital. This is for the speedometer. It's still in the packaging, but this way I can calibrate it to match the LS engine and the transmission and everything. I have the one for the tack is still on its way. I have ordered that. These are just 2.5 inch flex connection for the exhaust. This is pretty important. I had this solid exhaust on the SR20, and it made a lot of rattling noises, and I didn't feel too comfortable with it, risking the exhaust falling apart, and I broke two exhaust hangers broke because it's solid exhaust. These are 2 brand new O2 sensors for the front. Again, I need those. The rears you can get away with, the fronts you have to keep. So it's 2 of those. This little guy. This I haven't had a chance to look at yet. This is the starter. I got off eBay, off the salvage yard, so I'll be curious to see what this looks like. Oh, it's not terrible. The teeth look pretty good on it. This is out of a 2008 Chevy 2500, the 6.0. From what I've been told, these are actually smaller than the 5.3s. So it makes it a lot nicer to put it in something like the Nissan that's a little not quite as big as a truck, obviously, and it has more than enough power to turn over the 5.3 handle on the 6.0. So we'll be curious to see how that all comes together. And then the last item that we've got is the clutch. I got this whole setup here. It's a Luke clutch. Came with everything. Came with the pressure plate, the clutch, and the flywheels back there. There's some other stuff in here, bearing. There's looks like some lube. And then I also got the oh shit, it's windy as fuck outside. So yeah, this all came together. It was a pretty good price. I'm not too worried about how long it's gonna last. It's just gonna be stock power. It should do what it needs to do. It should be fine. I didn't really want to spend the money on a super expensive clutch setup that I'll probably change. I don't know how long the 350Z training will last anyway, so chances are I'll probably be ripping that out and putting a T56 in. But I wanted to go this route to see how it goes, get the car running and driving, and then I'll worry about adding power to it later. But right now I just want to get the V8. And then, so the car's just sitting idle right now. There's the engine as it sits. I got to do a couple more things. I'm still waiting on a few parts. I have the oil pans coming from CX Racing. I'm getting the whole setup with the oil filter, all that nonsense. I had ordered an LS oil pan. It was for the older style. It was still a rear sump, so it was absolutely useless to me. So I have to return that, unfortunately. That's about it. So in the next week or two, I should be having the adapter plate for the transmission, so we can get that in. Once I have that all set up, I can start fabricating my engine mounts. And I need the oil pan as well. So I get the adapter plate, the oil pan. I can fabricate the engine mounts, get that all set up, and then I can order my drive shaft, because I got to be able to measure the length of it to get the accurate measurement. And that's pretty much it. Then we can start buttoning up brake lines. The radiator, I got to get that in. That's fine. That'll be easy. And then just buttoning up the wiring, and then I can get the switch panel and everything hooked up. And hopefully by the springtime we'll be running and driving. So stay tuned, man. It's exciting stuff. Hopefully I'll have the V8 soon. So thanks for checking in, and we'll be updating again soon.